didn't hit anything.
What's up? Nick here from SVS at Worldwide Stereo just outside Philadelphia. And we got a packed house for our first ever dealer event for our new Ultra Evolution speakers here. The store is looking beautiful. They got refreshments. They got all sorts of fun plans. So this is live and we are doing an event. So there may be some hiccups here and there, but I know you guys are forgiving. And we're going to do things a little bit differently this time. The giveaways are going to happen all at the end. We're going to go for about 35, 45 minutes, and then we'll do all the giveaways right at the end. So you got to be tuned in to win. I'll announce them live on air. To be eligible, all you got to do is leave a comment. We're already getting loud out here. Leave a comment during the stream. My man Vince is working behind the scene. He'll pick the winners, and then we'll announce them at the end of the stream. Got to give a special shout out to my man Peter, who's working the camera from Worldwide Stereo. Thank you, Peter. Larry is under the weather. He's having some health issues, so he will not be joining us tonight. Send him your love. Send him your good wishes. Larry will hopefully be back for our next events coming soon. So this is truly one of the finest hi-fi stores. This, I think, is our 4th or 5th event we've done here. You know, they really pulled out all the stops. You saw the signage that is on one of the busiest roads, I think, in Pennsylvania here. So we got a lot of traffic out of that. And you know, we've toured this store before, but it truly is one of the highlights in terms of the world of hi-fi and what you can get in a retail setting. You know, not only are they doing speakers and subwoofers, they have smart home products, security systems. There's really a lot of different technologies that you can explore for your home here at Worldwide Stereo. You know, and you walk in, it's pretty much a paradise of home audio and hi-fi. Even things like vinyl, you'll see over there, they have available too. So we'll take a quick tour before we get started. I have to thank Emily from the Worldwide Stereo team for putting out a wonderful buffet. I know you guys can't enjoy that where you are, but we are having some fun and getting people refreshed here before we jump into our main presentation. So we're going to start in our 2-channel room, give a quick little tour here. You know, in times past, what we've done is run our 2-channel system from a sound base, but we've had a lot of people ask us to step up our front end equipment game. So in here we're running our Ultra Evolution. Sorry, we're live on camera here. So you know, if you got any warrants out for your arrest, then maybe don't get on camera. But yeah, so you'll also be visible to the whole SBS crowd. So these are our Ultra Evolution Pinnacle Tower speakers. We've told the technology stories. There's a lot available online, so I won't go too deep into the details here. But acoustically centered time alignment, the dual woofer, balanced force array, as well as our diamond-coated tweeter will be on full display here with some musical tracks. We're running it off a Hi-Fi Rose streamer, which is an absolutely gorgeous piece of equipment here. And then just like in Munich, we have a little bit of a beefier Macintosh amp here, but this is just some of the gear that you're able to test here at Worldwide Stereo with various speakers. And that's one of the great benefits of a store like this, is you can hear different speakers with different front-end equipment and really get a sense for what the, you know, the upgrades will actually afford you, and then, you know, the diminishing returns, I guess you could say, as you go through there. And they've even got some nice acoustic treatments and really outfitted this family theater to be a wonderful experience. And I think we're covering up the screen here, but they have a beautiful projector as well. So this will be our 2-channel room that our National Sales Director, Ken, will be running point in. So as we walk out of the store, you can see they have a full assortment of car audio gear as well. So if you are one of those who wants to hear the thump thump out of your trunk, then they can take care of you at Worldwide Stereo. It's not just about home audio. You know, we have to make it so people could wet their whistle. So we got some refreshments here as well. So we're going to work our way through this little office area. And while this event is primarily about the Ultra Evolution series, we did want to bring a little bit more moderately priced system here. You guys are live on camera, just warning you. If, we're good with that. All of our Facebook and YouTube and all the Worldwide Stereo's Facebook and YouTube's communities. So we're doing a Prime system in here, a Prime 5.1 with our Prime bookshelf speakers, Prime Center, 2 of our satellites here in the rear of the room. And then it's coming off of a Denon, I believe that's an X, what is that, a 2800H. So this is very much a, and this is the sub we're running here, the SB-2000 Pro. So all in, this system's going to be, between $1,000 and $2,000. So very much more on the entry level side. And then you can see they got the whole wall of receivers and front end equipment here, and then all the tower speakers sort of flanking the system. So this would be sort of the moderately priced room where, again, you could kind of hear the difference between brands of loudspeakers as well as the AV receivers and other front end equipment as well. So they have a whole switching system set up, so you can kind of go back and forth between the two and do a lot of ABCD testing as you need. So this is the big system. We'll get to this in a second, but we'll just take you quickly into the other rooms before we start our official presentation. So this is the signature sound room. Is it fair to say that this would be the highest end of the highest end of what they have to offer here? I don't necessarily need to list all the books that are available here, but I think if you're into the world of high-end audio, you'll know what exactly you're seeing here. But again, this is truly about two-channel listening. Sorry, we're doing a live stream, so all good. And giving you the sense with the treatments in the room. You can see the bass traps that they have set up. They really want to provide that high-end customer with an experience where they're able to get the full nuance and every detail of each model. Hey, look, it's Inception. Don't. Oh, there's like a little bit of a delay. All right. There's me, and we're actually live streaming the live stream at the event. So that's a little unnerving, to tell you the truth. And then I would say this is sort of one step down from the signature sound room. And again, a lot of fantastic speakers. I feel like our Ultra Evolutions will live in here for some time. But again, just another listening experience that you can have with some of the different models that they offer here at the Worldwide Stereo store. And they have it totally set up for the audiophile, that loner sweet spot chair, where when you want to sit all by yourself without anybody distracting you, this is the room you want to come to. So every year I point out this really creepy looking ticket teller here. I don't know if there's a backstory there, Peter.
It's on my list to update. But yeah,
her eyes follow you as you walk around, and I feel like she's robbing my soul. But it's kind of a cool effect. It gives you that sort of cinema feel to it with the box office lights and everything. But whoever, there's a delay. So yeah, that's good. Yeah. Give us a name for this ticket taker, and we'll officially unveil it. So this is what I would call the so you walk into this room and you can tell it is like perfectly, oh my gosh, there I am again. Yeah. Perfectly acoustically treated, because it has that, I don't see, I'm going to get the echo from myself here. Let's see if I can turn the volume down.
It beats feedback from yourself.
That's a good point. Which one of those says volume? I can't even see. Oh, yeah, I'm just embarrassing myself. So anyways, this is like the truly high-end theater. Even if you look up above you, you can see the starry night that they got with the cool effect to kind of give you, that like you're in a different world. And just the sound deadens when you walk into this room. It totally has that feel that they've got it perfectly acoustically treated. You walk out there, there's a little bit more resonance, a little bit more echo. You walk in here, you just feel like you're in almost like a completely soundproof anechoic chamber. And really cool space to kind of hear the best of what they have as far as home theater gear goes, with that just absolute acoustic treatment, which is something Worldwide Stereo does as well, is give you that ability to install all those treatments to make it sound its best in the room. And then you have a wall of some wireless speakers, turntables, some other peripheral gear that you could add as well. And with that, I'm going to try to see if I can wrangle Gary. So Peter, if you want to just follow me, we'll see if we can find Gary and get things rolling here in a minute. And I gotta, where's Mark? And I have to say hi to Ron. This is the manager of the store who did
the original guy.
The original guy who did an amazing job getting this the floor set up for here. And I don't know if you want to say a couple words about the history of Worldwide, because you guys are an iconic storefront on this strip in Pennsylvania.
We opened in 1979. I've been here for the entire duration.
I'm just holding.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. So I think for us, what's really important is we just spend quality time with the clients and really figure out what their wants and needs are, and then we have the whole installation team to install it. This beautiful showroom, everything's on display. We're just jazzed about tonight in this partnership that we have with you, and it's your team's here. We've got our team here, and it's. I heard the speakers for the first time, the Pinnacles, on Tuesday. A little private training, and I'll tell you, it's eye-opening.
Awesome.
So it's very exciting. They're just accuracy, tremendous amount of bass. I kept thinking, are the woofers on? They weren't. I mean, it just it's a great sounding speaker. So I think
thank you very
we're in for a
much.
big treat tonight.
We appreciate that. And just to say, this is all about our partnership tonight, but they do a lot of other events too. I think next week you're doing a BYO.
Bring your
what
own
is that all
vinyl.
about?
It's the second Saturday of every month. So
Okay.
this one's about just bring your records in. It's going to be very laid back. You can get in a room with a table and listen to some speakers and enjoy yourself.
So not as much chaos as we're having here
Right.
tonight, but if you want
Crazy.
sort of a chill setting to hear some of your vinyl and hang out with some fellow audiophiles, they do events like that. Well, thank you again for rolling out the red carpet, Ron. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right, let's see if we can find Gary. Gary, we're ready when you are. Should we call?
I'm ready,
we get
man.
everyone
Let's
together?
do this.
All right, I'm going to just say hi to Mark from Sound and Vision. Do you see him?
I saw him. You can't miss him. He's wearing a
I know. He's got the Death Row T-shirt on. There he is. All right, I'm going to go wrangle him real quick. And then I'm going to call the troops. All right, everybody, we're going to meet over in the main demo room here in the next minute or two. So we'll start our presentation then. And let me just talk to Mark Henninger here from Sound and Vision.
Yeah, man.
You're looking for some fresh gear. You guys selling this stuff
hey.
now?
Well, me? No, I
No,
made
no,
that,
the
I made
site?
that custom.
This is
actually.
custom, so I guess you can't get
I
it.
literally
You're on
got
our
it made
live stream.
today for this.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
No kidding. Well, this is Mark
Look
Henninger,
in my eye. I'm not lying.
editor-in-chief of Sound and Vision and Stereophile, and a VIP in this area as far as the audio community goes. So thank you for showing up. We really appreciate it.
Oh, sure, man. I mean, it's been great, like, just sort of following the whole journey that you guys have gone through and seeing at this level is really, like, it's amazing.
Well, we
So
appreciate that. I'm
congratulations.
totally putting you on the spot right now, but
Yeah,
anything
you
to tease as far as upcoming issues that'll be available soon? You got the Stereophile and Sound and Vision dropping, I would assume, pretty soon
Yes,
with print
we do.
issues.
Yeah,
So look for them on
of
newsstands.
course.
Go to the website. You can sign up for a subscription, but thank you again
Yeah,
for
the
showing up.
hottest speakers and the hottest
Absolutely.
periodicals. So, yep. Cool. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mark. All right, we're going to head over here and start things up.
I think we're ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Hey, hi, everybody. Thanks for coming here. Really appreciate you all coming. My name's Ron from Worldwide Stereo. I think we all know who Gary is.
Do we?
We do, I think. So I would just like to talk a little bit about just our partnership with SVS. It's something that goes way back, and we're in for a real treat tonight. I had a chance to hear the Pinnacles myself on Tuesday, a little private unveiling with them, and they just sound spectacular. So I think the passion that we have, it takes me back to my roots. We opened in 1979. I think maybe some of you, this is something that's, I think, very, very special for us. And I think that's why we're all here tonight, just to be able to enjoy some music and have some fun.
And listen to some cassette tapes? That was a
I don't
cassette
think-
tape.
I know when we opened, we used a real player. The CD wasn't out, high-speed tape decks. We were talking about it earlier. We have our entire system design team here tonight, our showroom staff. It's probably well over 400 years of experience, which is pretty cool.
But it does make me feel old, Ron.
It makes me feel old. So I think, you're going to have a blast tonight. We have a special thing we're doing tonight. Just for the event, we're doing 24 months of 0% financing deferred for that. So if you want to take a pair of awesome speakers home with you, you can start that paperwork tonight, and we can help you with that. And then Gary's going to talk a little bit about what we're doing in the various rooms and the prizes we're giving away.
Absolutely.
What did I miss?
I want to talk about you and about Worldwide Stereo.
Okay.
So, but I don't think you missed anything.
I thought maybe I might have missed something, but let me look here a second. I think I got it. Now, here's a quick question. I did this the last time. Who thinks they drove the farthest or traveled the farthest to get here? It always amazes me.
I say it's me.
Well, it could be you. Holler it out. 2 hours?
2 hours?
Where?
You're from Ocean City?
Yeah. Where else?
Ocean Downs, awesome.
Farther than that, a couple hours? And is it safe to assume that everybody that's here has an SVS product? Everybody.
Not
Really?
everyone. Maybe not everyone.
Okay, great.
Do you have room in your houses for more?
Maybe by the end of the night.
Who has SVS speakers as their primary speakers to listen to music on? Put your hands up. Okay, so that's why it's so special tonight, because now we have an awesome product that could really be that speaker in your primary listening area. So I'll let you guys take it away. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, first of all, I need to thank Ron and Emily and the Worldwide Stereo, Mario and the Worldwide Stereo team, you guys need to know, I've been doing this a long time, and I've admired this company really from the beginning, from the start of my career. This is one of, if you're in the general Philadelphia area, maybe you take for granted that you have this professional, amazing company, but it's not normal around the country or around the world to have a showroom and a team as professional. I walked in this afternoon. I'm fortunate that Nick and Ken did all the work and set up these systems. We tweaked them together, but I felt so welcome and so at home in Worldwide Stereo. It's an awesome professional team, as good as it gets anywhere. And we get around the whole world nowadays. It's as good as it gets anywhere in the world. So let's give some appreciation and thanks to the great team. And today's, this is our first event, consumer event in a retail store this year, but it's right. Mm-hmm. And it's also, I should acknowledge my partner in crime, Nick Brown, our VP of Marketing. I'm Gary, by the way. And then Ken somewhere back there. And a shout out to Larry. Those of you who follow our events know Larry. Larry got something crazy in Munich when we were together at Munich High End. And he's coming back from it. We hear he's going to come back all the way, but he's been sick. So he's not here tonight. So let's give Larry
send some positive vibes his way.
Positive vibes to Larry. Hopefully we'll have him at the next event. So in case you haven't done an SVS event, right, or you're not 100% clear on what we're about, I'll talk about that. But really what tonight is about is enjoying this amazing hobby of great sound in your living space. And, you know, if I were going to talk about what our mission is, what SVS's mission is, it's to bring really amazing experiences into people's homes, make them more accessible, make them within reach of a normal person. And so rather than me talk about it, maybe we should kick this off the way we always do. Nick is heckling me because we're doing cymatics again. You guys know cymatics is a demo.
If you've ever been to an event here with us,
it's a great way. It's a great way to understand the possibilities of sound interacting with the picture that you see. I promise you that both. I can't speak for Ron, but Nick and I both brushed our teeth this morning, and so you can come closer. You can come into the room where you'll enjoy the demo that much more. And I'm going to get out of the way and let you do this.
Absolutely. So we'll just fire this up, and then we'll talk a little bit about the new series, and then have a couple more demos here. But let's fire it up and have some fun.
The film you're about to see has no characters. Spare a little of your imagination.
How many people do you think this is? It's got to be more than 100.
I'm so bad at estimating. I would say around 100, 115 or so. I think we'll still get a few people showing up too.
We have to remember to do the housekeeping piece and do it now. I think a lot of them didn't fill out the entry blanks.
Okay, yeah, that's a good call.
You have to say that the prizes.
Yep, I know. Yep, I got them. Don't worry.
Yep.
I will forget. Oh, it's still mic'd up. I gotta be careful what I say. So the cameraman's filming, and I'm standing off to the side here, so I can't see your comments, but try to keep my voice down. Just for anyone who joined late, we are going to be doing the giveaways at the end of the broadcast. So all the giveaways will be done right in a row at the end of the broadcast. So stay tuned. We'll probably only go for about half an hour, 45 minutes before we have to break up and do the live event.
Everything owes its existence solely and completely to the sun.
It's off. We'll talk about home theater first. Come back, we'll talk about ultra evolution, talk about two-channel, modern audiophile, and I'll walk through the technology stories, and you can do it too. Low frequency, not definitely only 3 demos. You can pick the last demo, but I think the Top Gun's good. All right, what did you think?
Thank you. I made that myself. Let's talk about tonight's event. Let's talk about the format. Obviously, we're all together now. Nick and I will present on home theater. We will talk also about two-channel, and we'll talk about the all-new Ultra Evolution speakers, which we're really proud of. But I also want to talk about, we are going to give a prize away. If you haven't filled out the entry form, you still can. I know some people came in and didn't. So please come and please go over to that desk over there where I'm pointing. If you haven't filled out an entry form, we'll do a drawing at the end of the night. What prizes do we have?
So we have 3 giveaways that we're doing this evening. The first one will be a pair of our Prime Wireless Pro powered bookshelf speakers. Pretty much all you need is a smartphone, and you get everything you need for a true hi-fi system. So that'll be our first giveaway. Our second one will be our 3000 micro subwoofer. It is a beast of a subwoofer, but ultra compact, so it can fit pretty much anywhere in any living space. And then the final grand prize will be a pair of our Ultra Evolution bookshelf speakers with a Prime Wireless Pro sound base, smart streaming integrated amplifier, and then some of our Ultra
SoundPath Ultra speaker cable. So pretty much an all-in-one 2-channel stereo system that will be featuring our new Ultra Evolution bookshelf speakers. And then we'll have a couple T-shirts and other things to give away for some folks who are leaving as well.
So I want to make a deal with all you guys. We all have to agree. Everybody has to agree. We'll do the drawing at the end of the night. We'll do the drawing at about 5 minutes before 8. And if we draw your name and you're not here, you don't win. Is it fair? Everybody? Okay. So at the end of the night, Nick and I will do a drawing with some folks from Gramophone, hopefully Ron, maybe Stephanie.
Worldwide area.
Did I say it? We have folks from Gramophone here, so I just that was from Worldwide. We'll do the drawing, and then we'll talk probably until I think 7:20ish, and we'll break off into what we call experience zones. There will be a 2-channel experience zone featuring our Ultra Evolution Pinnacle speakers, and there will be an affordable home theater experience zone featuring our Prime series, right?
Prime bookshelves with Prime Center, Prime satellites, and an SB-1000 Pro.
So I want to talk first. We'll talk about Ultra Evolution. We will talk about 2-channel, but I wanted to talk first about the demo that you just heard. This was a home theater demo, and to me, home theater is about there's a place in your home where you can go. Maybe you worked hard all day. Maybe you were dealing with the normal stresses, but you can go to this place in your home and you can literally, voluntarily surrender yourself to the experience. And that's what if you guys were able to do that with this first demo, basically surrender your disbelief.
Blu-ray's not working. It's not ejecting. Yeah, it won't even eject right now. Where's Gavin? Yeah, it won't even open or play.
No, I think we went to close out this portion of it. If you can believe what is going on the screen is really happening, the home theater is doing its job. And one of the things that I would say after doing this for quite a long time in our industry, 3/4 of the emotional involvement of the home theater experience doesn't come from, this is a beautiful TV. I want to, if I could fit this in my car, I think I would buy it.
Beautiful. We'll get it in the car.
Right on the roof.
I forgot Ron is here.
There's a way.
Super salesman. Sorry, my but I would still say, even with this gorgeous TV, 3/4 of the emotional content of the home theater experience comes from what? From this app. I really believe that in my heart of hearts, and hopefully you do.
That's
as
one
well.
I'll play. Yeah.
And I would say half of that, by the way, comes from sound that you don't even really hear, but literally feel. And there's some, and that comes from this guy. What is this? The subwoofer. Subwoofer is a purpose-built speaker. SVS. I'm very proud that SVS general acclamation is the #1 subwoofer in the world. We work really hard to bring extreme subwoofer, low-frequency experiences to normal people, because these are our best, but pretty much every SVS subwoofer delivers bass that not only can you hear it, but you can literally feel it, and it's delivering bass or low frequencies. Now I'm doing
It's all good.
delivering low frequencies literally beneath the threshold of audibility, and we do that because you can feel them. You don't necessarily have to hear them, you can feel them, and that gives you that sense of immediacy. But let's add the rest of this. I know that not everybody is up to speed on exactly what a home theater is. Are we good if we have technical difficulties? Not with our stuff.
We're
right?
working. No, we're working through it. We're going to be good.
All right. I want to show you guys the different parts of the home theater. First thing we have here, these are Ultra Evolution Titans. So these are our all new Ultra Evolution. These are the middle tower speakers. I'm going to explain the technology behind these in the second part of this presentation. But what I want you to see now is this is basically the left and right front channel of essentially a stereo system. We're going to augment all that with the rest of the stuff that you have heard. In the center here is what is this? Center channel speaker. Okay, that's kind of, I guess I'm a master of the obvious. What is its job? Generally, yeah, whoever said voice or dialogue, generally its primary job is to deliver dialogue to a person no matter where they are in the room. When someone is speaking, oh, can we do this in Hungarian? That will be fun. Generally, when someone is speaking in a movie, you see them on the screen, you see their lips moving, and the center channel, regardless of where you are in the room, lets the sound come from that character in, are you going to do Top Gun next?
Yes, we are.
That from that character as they're speaking. So that just enhances the realism, the feeling of being there. Behind you, we have, what do we have here?
Ultra Evolution bookshelves.
So behind all new, that's our Ultra Evolution center channel. Behind you is our all new Ultra Evolution bookshelf speakers, and they are delivering what's called the surround effects. The job of the surround speakers is to give you a sense of place. They're going to deliver the ambiance, they're going to deliver sound that is taking place behind the listener, behind the viewer, things that give you a sense of being somewhere. Now, all this is taking place on a horizontal plane, right? They're all on the same level vertically. What we do to enhance that, and that's thanks to the latest computer technology, we did this just based on the room layout, are these, what are these up here?
Atmos.
Height effect speakers, right. The Dolby Atmos, in the case of the first demo, that was DTSF, so it's another surround sound format that can do height effects. The benefit of that is we're no longer just doing sound going all around you, we're also creating basically what's called object-based surround sound, or a three-dimensional point in space anywhere in the room. The final level, so far at least technologically, of what's possible in terms of a convincing home theater experience. And it looks like you're going to walk to the home theater movie demo next.
That's right.
So this is actually a good segue. What are you demoing?
This is going to be the most recent Top Gun Maverick. It kind of brings elements of everything Gary just brought up into play here, from the height effects with some of like feeling like jets are flying overhead, to some of the low frequency extension, which is the rumble of the engines. It's as close as you can get to flying in an F-14. I feel like most of us will ever get. So it's a great way to sort of bring all of it together, and it's very intense. It's a longer scene.
See if you can, yeah, it's a little bit longer scene. See if you can surrender yourself to the disbelief and see if it can convince you. If it can do it here, it's doing its job. And I'm going to get out of the way.
Here we go. Enemy territory up ahead. Feed dry in 60 seconds. Comanche, Dagger 1, picture.
Comanche, picture clean. Decision is yours.
Copy. Dagger attack.
Tomahawk's airborne. No turning back now.
Daggers, assume attack formation. Daggers set, proceeding to target. 2 minutes and 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, mark. 2 mark. 3 mark. 4 mark. Going in. First SAM site overhead.
Looks like we're clear on radar, Matt.
Let's not take it for granted. More SAMs, 3-5 high. We got 2 minutes to target. Copy. We're 2 seconds behind, Rooster. We gotta move.
30 seconds to Tomahawk impact on enemy airstrip.
Dagger, commencing. We're picking up 2 bandits. Single group, 2 contacts.
Where the hell they come from anyway? Long range patrol.
Comanche, what's their heading?
Bullseye, 09050. Attack southwest.
They're headed away from us. They don't know we're here. The second those Tomahawks hit the airbase, those bandits are going to move to defend the target. We have to get there before they do. Increase speed.
We got you, Mav. Don't wait for me.
Sir, daggers 2 and 4 are behind schedule. Time to target 1 minute 20.
Tomahawk impact in 3, 2. Impact. Enemy runway is destroyed. You know we're coming now.
Bandits are switching course to defend the target.
Mister, where are you?
Come on, Buster. Bandits inbound. We gotta make up time now. Let's hit and burn.
Heads up, please.
Sir, bandits are 2 minutes from target. Daggers are 1 minute from target.
Come on, Rooster. We're gonna lose it.
Guys, we're falling behind. We really gotta move. If we don't increase our speed right now, those bandits are gonna be waiting for us when we reach the target.
Talk to me, Dad. Come on, kid, you can do it. Don't think. Just do it.
Jesus, Rooster, not that fast.
That's it, kid. That's it.
All right, let's go. No, Rooster, take it easy.
Sir, Dagger 2 is re-engaging.
All right, now hit your target and come home.
Is the target. Articulator.
Air ground check complete. Laser code verified. 1688. Laser is a go. Watch your heads.
Oh, shit. Shit.
Baby, you with me? Right behind you.
Phoenix, stand by to pop up strike.
Dagger 3 in position.
Copy. 3, 2, 1. Get the icing out target, Bob.
Target 3. Stand by, Matt.
Come on, Bob, come on.
Stand by. I've got it captured.
Target acquired. Bob's away.
Who's got it back? Shot direct hit.
That's miracle number 1.
Dagger 2, status. Almost there, man. Almost there. And boy, where's my laser? Listen, somebody want to use this laser. Shit! Did I? Come on, guys, we're out of time. Do that. Come on, bad boy, get it on. There's no time. I'm dropping blinds. Oh, shit, I got this. I got time. Pull out. Bombs away.
Just move it, let it go out into this two-channel modern audio. Give you a chance to talk.
We're in the coffee corner.
Out of this? Yes. Here it comes. Radar warning. Smoke in the air. Phoenix, break right. Emergency jettison.
Sorry, no spoilers tonight. If you haven't seen it yet, it's about to give away a lot of
lot of the good stuff, but I could see a lot of white knuckles there, and very intense. And hopefully you're able to get like the dynamic range, the dialogue clarity, even with a jet engine behind you. All of that comes into play, and obviously some of the explosions, you get some of that low frequency rumble as well. So great demo, and again, it's hard to turn your eyes away when you got all that sound happening around you.
What did you guys think? Beyond words. That's awesome. I'm glad it's beyond words because I don't think I can do justice. Thank you. So that's a great home theater demo to pull together all the things we just talked about. Now, Nick and I want to talk a little bit about two-channel. And two-channel is stereo, right? It's where we all started, or most of us started. Some people are old enough to have started when it was just mono, but I think stereo is where we want to start. Stereo is probably the thing most taken seriously by the typical audiophile. But Nick, you have a take on the modern audiophile. You want to help us with that a little bit?
Sure. I mean, I think when people think the term audiophile, there's sort of maybe a stigma that comes into their head. And what would you typically say?
Should we ask?
Well, why don't you lead the charge there?
Let's do it together. Let's talk, before we talk about the modern audiophile, let's talk a little bit about what is the traditional vision or image of an audiophile. So I'm going to ask you, and I love looking around at this crowd because it seems to me to be pretty diverse. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of what we talk about. But let's talk about what the traditional image of an audiophile was. If you're thinking 10 years ago or 15 years ago, is an audiophile male or female?
Yeah.
Male.
Yeah.
Okay, sure you don't want to think about your answer?
No.
Okay, that person is male. All right, is that male a young whippersnapper like Nick, or an older whippersnapper like me? All right. Okay. And is this person working hard day in and day out at their normal, paycheck to paycheck kind of life? Or are they extremely comfortable financially? I'm trying to put this. Nick has really coached me on how to say this. Which is it?
They're comfortable. And my favorite one is, are they there welcoming everyone to come in and push the buttons and play with the system and put on whatever you want, go move stuff around, yeah, why not? Or is it very much a singular experience where you're sitting in what's that magical location?
Where he is. Do you know where you are?
The sweet spot. Yeah, so I think we've painted the picture pretty well enough. And
like, what are you talking about?
He's like, guys don't know yet.
So
out of touch.
It's a rich old dude sitting alone in a room, resented by everyone else in the household, in the sweet spot between the two speakers, and no one gets to touch his.
And just for the record, there is nothing wrong with that. We are not here to paint a picture that there's anything wrong with that. What we're trying to say is that we're about we want to bring as many people into this hobby and get people as excited about high performance audio at whatever level they want to enjoy it. And to some extent, it's going to be a stereo listening experience with Diana Krall and the Eagles. And I know that those are sort of the stereotypical tracks that a lot of people use as their reference. But it could also be video games. Like if you've played video games on a great surround sound system, it is incredibly immersive. You feel like you're in the Wild West. You feel like you're flying a spaceship. Like that can be one of the most take me away from the stresses of everyday life and put me in a different world. It can be movies like we were just doing. You can be an audiophile and enjoy multi-channel content, Dolby Atmos, those kind of things, and geek out on it. And then part of the journey
So
too.
your point is, I think this is a great point. It's not so much who the person is that's the audiophile, which is why you always like backpedal me on that, which is very true. It's more about, don't define for people what is deserving of being great audio. It's whatever content you're passionate about. If you're passionate about EDM, if you're passionate about multi-channel music, if you're passionate about streaming Netflix or gaming, your favorite example, upgrade that experience to the extent that you can, and it will be that much more enjoyable, immersive, convincing.
Absolutely. Yep. It just gets you that much closer to that realistic moment of being, a part of whatever
artistic, audio experience that you truly enjoy?
I mean, we make the case. This is probably the most controversial thing I'll say tonight. I believe that a lot of the audio industry is predicated on a premise that most people don't care about great sound, and I don't agree. Nick doesn't agree. We don't agree with that at SVS. I really believe, looking around me, going to concerts, which I go to lots of concerts, or going to an IMAX theater or another high-performance movie theater, or the other ways you can enjoy great sound. I see all kinds of people there. And for us, our mission is to help people do the math, that they can have these awesome immersive experiences in their living space. And you got to make it accessible for them, emotionally, like not draw lines, well, this is audiophile and this is not. And also, frankly, we want to make sure that reference experiences are available in price ranges where they haven't been before. So that's a lot of the SVS mission. And that's a lot of what Ultra Evolution speakers are about. So this is a launch event for Ultra Evolution. We were going to do a third demo in this room, but I think because the store tour took a long time, and I want to make sure you guys get a chance to hear the 2-channel Ultra Evolution.
So I might play one while I wrap up the live stream, and then that can be sort of when people separate. So you go through the spiel now.
Okay, why don't you cue it up, and I'm going to talk about Ultra Evolution. So these are the Ultra Evolution Titan tower speakers. They are the middle-sized tower speakers. We have Ultra Evolution Pinnacle in the other room, Ultra Evolution Titan in here, the Ultra Evolution Tower, which are one down in size. They're about to get here in, I think, within a week or so.
Within a week.
Then there's 2 bookshelves, our Ultra Evolution bookshelf, which we're using as a surround speaker, and then our smaller bookshelf, which we call the Ultra Evolution Nano. And then this is the Ultra Evolution center channel speaker. And then the most requested speaker, I think, in our history, some of you may know about the Prime Elevation speaker, which is our height effect speaker in our Prime series. It's a very innovative approach to creating height effects direct radiating to you. When you heard the height effects in those 2 home theater demos that Nick did, it really sounded like it was coming from above you, right? And that's because we're using a direct radiating solution. So we got many requests. Hey, are you ever going to do an Ultra Elevation speaker, a step-up version of the Prime Elevation? And that's what that is. So that's what rounds out the lineup. I want to tell you some technology stories so you can understand. Our Ultra Series speaker, which is phased out by the Ultra Evolution, typically when you have a new product launch, I think, other than I think SVS, it's usually a souped-up version or a slightly improved version of the previous one. This is a complete reimagining of speaker design for us. We worked on this for literally more than 4 years. The form factor of the towers was the 8 prototype. We drove everybody and ourselves crazy trying to get to something that was really the sweet spot of performance. I don't mean sweet spot where you're sitting. I mean sweet spot of the highest amount of performance, the most convincing speaker that we could create anywhere near the price range. So it is really a complete reimagining of what's possible. And I'm going to tell you 3 primary, I don't expect everyone to know everything that we put into these speakers, but I think 3 primary technology stories are worth telling. Number 1, you can see that the cabinet looks a little different than what you're probably used to with speakers. This is what we call our acoustically centered time alignment cabinet architecture. The top of the front baffle and the bottom of the front baffle flare towards the listener. The reason we do that is the sound emanation point of each driver is different. In the woofer and the mid-range, the emanation point for sound is at the most recessed part of the speaker. In a dome tweeter, which I'll talk about in a minute, that sound emanation point is the outermost part of the tweeter. So if I were to draw a vertical, perfectly vertical line from the top driver to the bottom driver, the sound emanation point of each driver would be in that vertical line. What's the point of doing that? Well, the sound of each driver will then arrive at the listener's ears at the exact same instant in time. So it's a much more cohesive, coherent, what we call soundstage, because the sound of each driver is in full sonic agreement with each other driver. The other thing we do is center the tweeter between the two mid-ranges and the two woofers, and that creates a geographic center point. The ultimate benefit is, without getting overly technical, what you look for in a speaker, among other things, is a convincing, believable soundstage. You should be able to close your eyes and see with your ears where every instrument is, where the singer is, if it's a vocal piece, or where every instrument is in a jazz thing or a string quartet. We can do that because of the convincing, coherent soundstage that takes place between these speakers. In a home theater, sometimes it doesn't hit you over the head. So I would definitely encourage you to go into our 2-channel room where Ken will do some demos where you're literally hearing a voice dead center between the speakers at a rock solid point in space, and then different instruments. You can close your eyes and you can see with your ears where they are. And the benefit is you're going to believe you're really there hearing it the way it was intended by the artist, the producer of the content. So that's the first technology story. Second technology story, this is an all-new tweeter. I know I'm talking audio terms, but it's really important to understand why this is such a special tweeter. It's an aluminum dome tweeter, which is very light and very capable of reproducing detail, but it's coated with diamond dust, commercial diamond dust, via a process called vapor deposition, something that wouldn't have even been possible 10 years ago in a consumer loudspeaker. The benefit is this speaker becomes totally effortless, way beyond what content can reach and what you can hear, almost to 40,000 hertz before it begins to distort. So it's basically never going to get content where it will distort. What you get as a result of that is a completely effortless, detailed, but not fatiguing, not bright experience. And this is all about creating a reproduction of sound that is convincing and believable without being fatiguing to listen to. And then the last technology story, do you want to do this? Because they're sick of hearing me talk about it.
I'll do my best here. So the final one, I mean, we're SVS. I think a lot of people, especially in this room, probably know us for our subwoofers. So we actually adapted some technology from our 3000 micro subwoofer in the design of the woofers in our new Ultra Evolution series tower speakers, the Pinnacles and the Titans. So what we're calling it is the force balance woofer array. And essentially what you have here are two woofers that move in and they move out together. So
there's two woofers in the back.
Yeah, actually you can't see them, but if you were to look around the back, there's actually two woofers that correspond with the two woofers on the front. And by having them move in and out together, there's a complete cancellation of energy within the cabinet. It's a force balanced array. So there are no resonance, there is no distortion. Everything is moving in and out in perfect harmony. So that's within the cabinet. It allows it to just be completely inert with none of those sonic artifacts or anything in the cabinet. When you're talking about outside the cabinet, you have essentially 8 woofers from a pair of 2 toed-in speakers, all firing in different directions throughout this room. And what that allows you to get is nice, even, low-frequency response throughout the listening area. It helps eliminate those room modes, some of the areas where maybe it's sort of boomy over here, but over here there's sort of a lack of bass. So it really allows you to have authoritative, effortless bass throughout the listening area, but very true to the content, very accurate, very tight, because it is in its own sealed enclosure within the cabinet. So again, it was a way that we were able to really, in addition to upgrading the tweeter, as well as just the imaging and all of the benefits of having the acoustically centered time alignment, bring a level of low frequency performance that has not existed from a tower speaker like this design before. And all those things together really did allow us to bring a level of performance that just doesn't exist anywhere near the price.
Well done, Nick. All right. So you're going to do a final demo in this room, which is a multi-channel music demo. This is from
Stars Born.
Yep. The Lady Gaga version, and then we're going to break up into. I'm going to stay here because I know some folks are going to want to ask questions, and that's what I'm here for. I want to hear what your thoughts are and get your feedback about what we're doing. But Nick, you're going to be running
Yep. So there's a smaller 5.1 system.
more affordable home theater.
More affordable home theater we're
also
doing in there.
smaller speakers.
And then I can also come out here a little bit later and do some more demos, maybe right before the giveaways. But the two-channel
That's a good
room,
idea.
there'll be a two-channel room because I know a lot of people are probably more excited to hear this than the Prime system. But we do want to show what we're capable of in that setup as well. And then the two-channel room, which I know is going to be very popular, that's featuring our Ultra Evolution Pinnacles. Those are the flagships. Taking over that room, some really nice front end equipment that Ken can tell you all about. And we'll do that till about 5 of 8, and then gather back over in this main area,
Go in the main area,
and
right?
do our giveaways at that point. And then from there, we'll see where the evening takes us. But that's pretty much the unofficial ending of the event tonight.
Does that
So
sound
with that,
good?
so I'm going to put this final one on.
All
I'm
right.
going to let this play,
Get
wrap
out
up
of
the
the way.
live stream, and then I'll meet some folks in the smaller room. And then you're welcome to go over to the
Let me say
two
hello to
channel.
the SBS community that's watching this live stream. You're going to love this demo. Okay, so get your ears up close to your phone.
This just happened. It just went. I don't know how that literally just happened.
No, we're at the end. Hey, sorry for. Oh, it's all sideways.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, sorry, guys. We're gonna do the giveaways right now and wrap it up. I gotta find Ken. Excuse me.
Are you happy in this modern world?
Ken, can I get your phone? You got giveaways there? All right.
I can't speak to that.
Vince been
All I'll say is
texting you?
Stay tuned. Yes.
All right. Where's my cameraman? Where'd Peter go? Peter. We're...
And in the bad times I feel nothing.
We'll do the giveaways now and wrap it up. That's all right. Hey, it's live. We can only do so much to have perfect production value, but we're going to do our 3 giveaways now. We'll reach out to you, get your information, ship them out. But our first giveaway was a pair of Prime Wireless Pro powered speakers. The winner of that is Mike Mitruk. Mike Mitruk, congratulations. We'll get those shipped out. Next one is an SB-2000 Pro Subwoofer. Congratulations to John McLeod. I almost said John McClane. I was hoping it was the Die Hard, but John McLeod, SB-1000 Pro. Congratulations coming your way. And our final giveaway of the evening, drum roll, SB-2000 Pro with a SoundPath Subwoofer Cable is going to Kirby Yap. Kirby Yap, congratulations, my man. Sorry about the sideways. Maybe this is better to do it this way. We're going to have another happy hour next Thursday, a little bit more traditional, but we'll be doing it from the Home Entertainment Show in Costa Mesa, California. So that's where we'll be next Thursday. And then also Worldwide Stereo has a Bring Your Own Vinyl. Is that the second Saturday of every month. So come check it out if you're local here. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to Peter behind the scenes. Larry, please get well soon. You can see how poorly I do when I do this on my own. But thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week, Thursday at the Home Entertainment Show.